Stuck in traffic this early morning in Orlando. Oh, excuse me. Hold on. Let me close it up. It's pollution in the air. Just wanted to get on here and speak my mind for a minute, if y'all don't mind. You know, I made a video just yesterday about making time for God while we chasing money and while we doing what we want to do, thinking about all the stuff that's just temporal, not judging, because that's me, and I have to remind myself every day, like, hey, did you pray before you got in that car? Did you pray before you started your day? Did you pray before you set your feet on the floor and started your day? Fresh out the bed, brand new mercy. So I'll let y'all look out the window because I know y'all get tired of not being able to see things while I'm talking. Like, for those that actually watch my Lord help me, my videos. So it's a thing called mercy, and we know about it. Some of us we take for granted, and I actually try not to do that because I know how it feels, especially when you have children and you're like, well, dang, I'm out here working and doing hard things that, you know, I gotta force myself to continue to do. Nothing illegal, but, you know, things that, you know, we in the pandemic, you know, things that are uncomfortable, things that, you know, sometimes you're just like, why today? Why? This is a test. Let me make sure I'm on the right path. Okay. Yeah, so I think about these things a lot, and I know God is just like, why my child acting up again? Like, why are they doing this to me? So I actually feel like, you know, we get what we put out. We get what we put out. If we doing people wrong, you're gonna get wrong. You're gonna get done wrong. If you stealing, you're gonna get stole from. If you cheating, you're gonna get cheated on. You know, so why are we not giving God his time when he gave us brand new mercy? Now, I came on here to speak my mind, but my thoughts that I was thinking before I pressed record are gone. So I'm just gonna be led. If we're not giving God his time again, and it just came back to me what I was gonna say. If we're not giving him his time, and we're not putting in time with him, just like we do any other relationships, don't expect nothing from him. And I heard this gentle soul. I believe he's a gentle soul. He's out here on the streets, and I helped him get a free phone, because that's my job. What my job entails. But I like to go the extra mile and like let people get stuff off their chest. And he said something that was so like profound. Like, people blame God on stuff that they put their own self in, and then want to be like, there is no God. There is a God. You just need to take responsibility for your own messy mess. I mean, in a lot of cases, okay, every scenario is different. So I know that. I do know that, because there's a lot of questions I have, and I'm just like, God, what is this about? Because there's a lot of things that I've gone through personally, and I have no answers to. So I don't blame God. I pray to God that I don't, and I pray to God that, you know, even if I had my moment, that I'm forgiven, and I actually pray for forgiveness, and I'm not taking his mercy for granted, you know. So another thing, I used to feel sorry about not being able to go to these churches that I got out of. I felt guilt. I was like, oh my goodness, I'm a horrible person, like, I'm not going to church. And then, of course, you got the people that make you feel like you're a horrible person because you don't go to church, you don't belong nowhere. How can you call yourself a Christian? That's just a mindset. Like, we are the church, we know this. That's just a building, and a lot of times that building can cause us to backslide. That building can cause us, and Lord, help me, Lord. Okay, so I'm not going to say too much, because I'm trying not to just speak in my flesh. Well, my personal experience is I left the church. No, it wasn't done properly. I just left and decided not to come back. There was a whole lot of stuff going on. It was too much for me to bear, and I just walked out of there. there's a lot of things I can say about that, but that's another video. But I never been back to a church where I dedicated like how I dedicated myself with this one. Satan, okay. I had just got over because this vehicle that I should put him on blast. That vehicle that just sped up there was clocking me. But I really want to just encourage anyone that's going through what I've been through or even going through. Don't have guilt. If you have a personal relationship with God, that's a great start. Talk to him, walk with him, tell him like, Lord, how you want this day to go? How you want this day to get set up? Like, how do you want to lead me today? Where you want to lead me to today? Like, I have no problems when I ask God. I have no problems because I literally will, even when I lay down at night and I'm like, my day flashes through my head and I'm just like, okay, I did that and I feel guilty about it, because you know how we move fast and we do this and we doing that and we're not slowing down and like, okay, you should pray before you did, or you should pray before you went there. But I feel like now God is like, he'll show me like, don't do that again. Don't go back to that person. Don't mess with that person. And we have to practice doing that, because it be reasons why he don't be wanting us to fool with certain people. And then we see it, and then it's just like, well, dang, that was my friend from 1999, like different things like that. But that could be our downfall at the same time. And I'm praying, Father God, cover this in the blood, because I don't want to fall victim, and I don't want anybody else to fall victim to when you get a warning and you go against that warning and you still do whatever you want to do. It can cause a lot of damage. It can cause a lot of damage, and I just want everybody to know that Jesus is coming soon, so we got to practice doing something right, that he's telling us to stop doing, that he's telling us to start doing, that that we're not doing enough of, like giving him his time, his glory, his praise and worship. And just, you know, it don't have to be on your knees in front of a bed like they show on TV or you seen your grandma and them doing. You could be in a shower. You could be, hey, just pretend like you're washing your sins away. You could be in the shower. You can, you could be at the beach. That's my favorite go-to spot. I thank God that it's getting warm out here. I'm ready to get back on this beach. That's where I clear everything. And I go out there. I make my videos. I listen to the waves. I get a little salt water. It's therapy. I go I go on walks. I let my kids run free in the park, and let the dog run free in the park. And I just, sometimes I bring food out there, and we just relax at the park all day with some tennis, playing some tennis and kickball and different things like that. Whatever we got in the trunk. I try to do things that de-stress. Like I said in one of my other videos, you got to focus on your mental health as well. You can hear from God a lot clearer when your mental health is on point or being worked on. And a lot of people, and I had a conversation with one of my siblings last night. I said, my brother, he's a veteran. He got beat his whole life. And that's another story right there too. And he just going through one thing after another. And I cover that in the blood of Jesus, that he is going to be all right. He is going to come out of what he's going through. But I just feel like, instead of the family helping, talking to him, helping them or doing something, they just talk about it. Talk about that person that's going through whatever they're going through and don't do nothing to help. And I had to and she might have got convicted because I know she's one of them. Lord forgive me. But she's, like, it's just one of them things that people just like to do. They like to talk about everybody else's stuff because they ain't got nothing going for themselves, or they just miserable in some form, fashion, or another. But I'm going to leave it at that because it's getting a little too messy. But that's just what my reality is. So when I come on here and I start getting a little deeper in the things that I'm dealing with, it's not drama. It's not to have messy videos. It's just because I want to use a testimony of how the Lord is keeping me through all the hell that I've been going through. Our mom passed in 2019, and I had this huge clip on my shoulders, like I needed to, be there for my brother because, nobody else was. And it's a lot sometimes. It's a lot because he's in a state of mind where he feel like God ain't doing nothing for him, and God don't love him, and there is no God, and he feels like he's already in hell, and that hurts my soul. But I'm trusting and believing that everything is gonna work out the way that it needs to work out. So if y'all have loved ones that y'all praying for, don't stop praying for them. Don't stop doing what you need to do for them, and just trust God, and that he's gonna work it out. And that's bottom line. So y'all be blessed. Don't get caught up in the mess. Give it to God, what you can't handle, and just know that everything gonna be all right. He's coming soon. Let's get ready. Love you.